Hello and welcome back. We have done numeric operations. Now it's time to do string operations. Let me put it in progress and come to Jupyter Lab string operations. And I will write a sentence here. In Python, strings are displayed via, I will write it bold, double quotes, which is this one, double quotes, or single quotes, which is this one. In Python, we display strings in double quotes or single quotes. Both are okay in Python, but backticks, but opening and closing quotes should match. I mean, which one you start, you should finish with that one. They should match each other. So you should close the quote you open, let's say. An example, string double. I will use double quotes for this. String double. This is a double quotes string. This is a double quotes string. This is string double. If I print this, as you see, Python write it as a string. Single string, single quotes, single. Now I put single quote. This is a single quote string. And now if I print this tab, it didn't complete. String single. Now it writes, I made a typo here. Now it writes this string. Okay, what if, let's write it here. If you need to use both code types in the same string, what will you do? You need to use both in the same string. Let's say I want to use single quote in double quote, single in double. Now the outer one is double, and I will write Python's syntax. As you see, the string is defined by double quotes, the outer one. The creator one is double quotes. Inside that, I use single quote. It's perfectly fine. And now if I print, it will write as Python's syntax. Another one, now I will use double quotes, double in single. Now I will write Jenny said. Now, sorry, it should be single. This one is single, not double. This one, Jenny said, now double, run forest run. As you see, the opening and closing is the single quote. Inside that, I use a double quote, which is perfectly fine. If I print this, it will write this one, as you see here. Okay, that's great. Now, what you can't do, let me write it as false. I will do it wrong to show you the error. Normally, when I start a code, I should end it, but I will not end, and I want to make it wrong. This is a, now I will write this double quote. As you see, now if I run this, Python will give me syntax error because end of line means, EOL means end of line, by the way. EOL, end of line, it says that you didn't close the code you started. So closing and starting quotes should match. That is how you shouldn't do in defining strings. Okay, I will leave this as an error here. You should see while you're working by your own. Okay, next, let's talk a little bit on strings more, and I will do this as markdown, and I will write in Python, you cannot do arithmetic operations on strings. This is the general rule. You cannot do arithmetic operations in strings, and from now on we know string is str for Python. For example, you cannot use minus or division, or you cannot do this. This is a string for plus another minus another string 3, let's say. You cannot do this. It's not allowed. Let me show you. Let me say this is code cell. So you want to subtract string 3 from string 4, and Python will give you an error, which is type error. It says that for str types you cannot use minus, you cannot use subtraction. And let's try to do division. If we can do division, again it will say for string types you cannot do division. Okay, I didn't do plus and addition and multiplication intentionally. Now I will show you why I did that. Again, markdown cell, there's an exception for arithmetic operations, exceptional case, which is plus and multiplication is possible, but it's possible with string, with str, but there is a but here, but with its own logic, not like in normal mathematical operations. In strings you can do plus and you can do addition and multiplication, but it's with its own logic. I will show you. First, let's define a variable name first, and the value will be sunny. Second is my second variable, days, sunny days, 2 variables. I defined them. Now I will do addition in strings, and I will write it as a command, addition in strings. What does it mean? It means concatenation. Concatenation, if I write it correct. Concatenation. Addition is concatenation. So if I write first plus second, let's see what it does. It just concat these two. Not like numerical addition, it's strings addition, and it's concatenation. It concats these two. And you can do it more than one times. Let's say you say first plus second plus again first plus again first plus again second. Let's say it will concatenate whatever you write in the same order. Okay, now let's see multiplication. Multiplication in strings. Let's see how it works. Let's say I want to make 4 times first. What it will do? Let's see. It will write first variable's value, which is sunny, 4 times. It will write 4 times sunny. That's exactly what it does when you multiply strings with numbers. 6 times, let's say 5. This is a weird case, you will see. Now, what do you expect here? This is a string, right? And this is a number. If you multiply this, you expect this. Let me first run and then show you. As you see, since this is a string is exactly like this one, this is a string. It writes it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 times. Let's say 3 times 8. Let's say only 8. If I run this, you will see it writes 8 3 times, because this 8 is not a number, it's a string. Be aware of this. Okay, that's enough for string operations for the time being. Later on we have a whole chapter on strings, but up to that point we have to use strings and codes and that's why I showed it here. In the next section, in the next video, we will see keywords, Python keywords. See you in the next one.